Hey girl, hey, it's me, Amber D, and thank you so much for coming through for another video. If you haven't already, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Alright girls, so today we are cooking. I'm going to be doing some meal prep stuff for myself for meals throughout the week. I'm going to cook some breakfast stuff, some lunch stuff, and some dinner stuff, so let me show you what I got. Okay, so for the breakfast that I'm gonna make, I have some eggs here and some hash browns. I'm gonna do like some egg and potato breakfast muffins, and then for lunch I'm gonna boil some rotini pasta, and I'm gonna put a little bit of this basil pesto that I have. I'll put that on there. I'm gonna make for 2 days for that, I think. And then I have these Parmesan crusted fish fillets, and I normally will pop these in a deep fryer and toast up some buns. I have like a little fish sandwich and fries with those, but I'm gonna pop these in the oven today, and I'm gonna make them with some sweet potatoes. I'm gonna put these in the crock pot and let those do their thing. And then also I have some broccoli that the husband made for me earlier when he was meal prepping his own stuff. So I'm about to put everything together and make sure I have meals for throughout the week. Okay, so first up, I already got my crock pot going. I have it on high. I'm gonna put both of these sweet potatoes in there and let them go. I used to do this all the time for husband when I used to meal prep his meals for him when he had a different job. I can't even remember how long they need to go. I think it's like I think it's like 2 to 4 hours. I think I really can't remember honestly, but literally that's all you have to do. Just put them in there and let them sit. So that's that. And then I'm going to add these fish fillets. I'm gonna pop these in the oven. There's 5 in here, so I think I'm gonna just do all 5. So let's cut my some. And then I have the water boiling for my pasta before I pop those in, and now I'm just gonna cook these hash browns and then mix up the egg with the milk, and then pop everything in these little the little cupcake tins. Pop those in the oven for about 15 minutes, I think, for those, and that's it. That's literally it. So these are the hash browns that I like to use. These are just the little diced up potatoes, but it's the ones with the onions and peppers in them. And it has green and red peppers. That's probably enough. The water is just about ready to go. The oven is ready for the fish fillets. Just adding some salt to my water. Put those for 15 minutes for those. Okay, so while the potatoes finish to cook, I'm going to go ahead and get the eggs ready. I'm going to do 3 muffins. So I'm going to do 1 egg for each muffin. And then I'm going to add Got a little bit of almond milk. And salt and pepper. Okay, so I've got my potatoes. I'm gonna add those first. A little bit too much. Okay. So now I'm just going to pour the eggs over top. Now, I am very much a cheese person, so at this point I would normally add like some cheese on top or even like just above the potatoes and then put the egg and then put the cheese on top. Again, I've done that before, but I actually just ran out of cheese, so these are just going to be egg and potato. But I am going to add some parsley for color. You know, presentation is key, girl. I always add a little bit of parsley because that's just how I do. Okay, so as soon as the fish fillets are done, those are baking at 425. I have those in for 15 minutes. So as soon as those are actually done, I'm going to turn the heat down to about 325 and put these in for about 15 minutes. Okay, so it's a few more minutes on the fish. My pasta is done. I'm just going to add some butter and salt and pepper. That's a lot of butter, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. Salt and pepper. Okay, so pasta is done, buttered, salt and peppered, separated. I'm just gonna add this basil pesto. It's like a dollop for each one. And that's it. I'll mix that up when it's time to eat. I'll probably have these for lunch a couple days next week. I think I was gonna just leave it, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and pop these back in for a few more minutes, flipped over. But I'm also, instead of waiting to add the eggs and turn it down and everything, I think I'm just gonna put everything back in at the same time so they can all cook together. Okay. fish is done. Egg muffins, omelet muffins are done. So we got 3 of those. I also have some frozen waffles and bacon that I'll alternate between the omelet and potato muffins. And then I have the fish that'll go with the sweet potatoes and broccoli that's already done. The sweet potatoes are still cooking. Those will still have a couple more hours to go, so we'll definitely wait on those. And then I have my pasta with the pesto basil. Oh, you can smell that. It smells so good. So now, just wait on the sweet potatoes and everything will be done. All right, girls. So this is what I meal prepped today. Got my pasta with basil pesto. And then I have my breakfast egg and potato muffin, omelet muffin type deals there. And then I have broccoli with the fish fillets and the sweet potatoes baked in the crock pot. Also, in addition to this, I have Greek yogurt and fresh fruit. I also have leftovers and snack cakes and ice cream and plenty of stuff. But this is just what I meal prepped today. All right, girl. So it is Monday, and just had my supplements, just had my breakfast, which was actually one of the omelet muffins that I meal prepped for myself yesterday. So when I was at my most recent doctor's appointment, it was just a regular yearly checkup. So, you know, they weigh you, and I did not weigh what I thought I was gonna weigh. I weighed less. And so like this whole meal prepping thing came about for me because yes, I want to gain weight, but it's not like I do want to gain weight, but it's not like I want to start, you know, like working out and doing squats and gaining muscle weight. And I know muscle weighs more than fat, so that is like a good way to try to gain weight when you're trying to gain weight. You know, muscle is typically the way to go. But for me, not that that's not right or that's not the direction I want to go in, but for me, first, I want to just get to the point where I know I make sure I'm eating 3 solid meals a day, you know, and some snacks and everything before I go into all the extra stuff to gain weight, because I know if I'm not at the weight I want to be at, I don't really have nobody to blame but myself, because I'm the one, especially during the week, like when I'm working, if my husband's out on the road or whatever, I really don't eat a lot. And for most mornings, like especially work mornings, my breakfast is like the tea that I make myself to get started on my day. And I probably won't even eat anything until like a snack, you know, like a mid-morning snack. And then for lunch, I would typically have something pretty small. And then I wouldn't really have like my first real actual meal of the day until like dinner. And so like if I don't weigh what I want to weigh, like I don't have nobody to blame for myself, you know, but myself, I can't really say, you know, I'm eating and, you know, it's not working. My metabolism is just too fast and it's too high. But I mean that for the most part, I do have a really high metabolism, even when I am eating a lot. So I'm not, you know, looking to try to put on an extra 10, 15, 20 pounds. I'm just trying to weigh more than I weigh right now. So, this is my second week going into my whole meal planning phase. Last week, I had breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, and dessert every single day, except for I missed one snack and I missed one breakfast. But other than that, the whole week, I ate everything I planned to eat. And it was good. I had actually meal prepped everything out for myself, which I think is probably what I'm going to have to do, because one of the things that I noticed when I started doing my manifestation journal a few months ago, one of the things that talked about in there was the importance of a morning routine, which is something I've had for a while. But how it put it, it was said that, when you have a morning routine, it makes it easier to ease into your day without having to make a lot of decisions, sometimes stressful decisions earlier in the day. So when your morning routine is already set, you kind of just wake up and you fall right into your morning routine. You don't have to stop and think about a lot of things or what you're going to do, how the day's going to go, because it's already going, it's already starting in a good way because everything is planned out. Everything is going how it always does. And you're making less decisions earlier in the day to cause less stress for yourself throughout the day. And so I had already been doing that to a certain extent. I had a morning routine right up until where I would normally eat breakfast. And then there was kind of like a gap there before I would start work. So obviously I was like, let me feel it with eating breakfast. And I'm not really a breakfast person. Like no matter how much I try to force myself to eat, I always just kind of feel like even if I'm hungry, I'm not really wanting to eat. And sometimes I feel like I'll have a few bites of something and I'll just be over it. Even if I was hungry, my stomach was growling, I just wouldn't be able to eat. So I was like, no, even with that, I'm just going to have something pre-planned for myself to eat, even if it's just a small little something, just to get myself in the habit of eating and making it a part of my morning routine. So this last week, I did that every single day. I had breakfast every single day, except for one day I didn't eat breakfast. And that was actually Saturday. And I was going to eat breakfast, but I was running late to my nail appointment and forgot to anyway. But other than that, I had breakfast every day, and then I had a snack, except for that one day. I think it was Tuesday, and I literally just forgot. I didn't even think about it because it wasn't typically a part of my routine. But having everything planned out, like this week coming up is on Friday, I'll go and pick up our grocery order, and we order groceries for 2 weeks at a time, and I go and pick up our curbside order. So before, while I'm putting in my grocery order, I have everything meal planned out. And before I was doing that, pretty much just when I knew my husband was going to be home, when I was cooking for both of us. But cooking for myself has never really been a big thing for me. So now I'm making it more of a priority so that, I get stuff to make sure I have stuff, even if, like I said, it's a little something for breakfast, something for snack, a little, something for lunch, an actual meal for lunch, and then another snack, and then dinner, and then dessert for every single day. And I have everything planned out so that, when it's time for breakfast, when it's time for lunch, I don't have to think about it, so that if it's not something that's easy for me to eat, I'm just going to skip it. So I already have something that's pre-planned, ready to go, whether I just have to put it together real quick or pop it in the microwave or whatever the case may be. It's already there. And it's just, one less thing that I have to think about instead of, if it's nothing there, then or if it's something that I have to put too much energy in to cook and eat, then I'm just not going to do it. I'm just going to skip it all together. So no more of that. No more of that. We're not going to get where we want to be weight-wise if we just keep, skipping meals. So I'm going to go this route first, and then if I don't get the results that I want to get, then I'll try a different route as far as, working out and weight training and do some of those things to add on muscle weight. But, they say it takes 3 weeks to build a habit. So this is week 2. Going into week 2 strong. I have all my meals planned out for this week. And then at the end of the week, I'll grocery shop for the next upcoming 2 weeks. And then I'll have, in that grocery order, I'll have everything I need for those upcoming 2 weeks to make sure I'm eating around the clock, pretty much. But pretty much for my entire adult life, I've tried to gain weight, and I just kind of accepted that I'm gonna be petite no matter what I do. And I'm not trying to not be petite anymore, but I am trying to. I mean, if I'm one of, I just in my last Road to 40 episode, I was talking about how important it is, health is wealth. And, I can't really claim to be as healthy as I want to be if I'm not eating healthy meals on a regular basis, and not just sometimes, not just on some days, or doing it for a couple of weeks at a time. Or even if I last a whole month, this has to become my new normal. This has to be, a whole lifestyle change, that I'm making sure that I'm eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day, because I'm a snacker. I love to eat, But if there's not like food around, like full meal, then I'll grab me a snack and I'll go on about my business. And that's not what I'm trying to do anymore. So I'm definitely going to be better. Like I said, I'm on week 2 of this 3-week stretch to build this habit. And then going forward, it'll just be part of my daily routine to where it's not something that I have to think about, you know, what I'm going to eat or did I eat all the meals I'm supposed to eat today or whatever the case may be. It'll just be a part of my new habit, a part of my new lifestyle. And I'll get the results that I'm looking for. I mean, I've done that in every other aspect of my life pretty much, and I've gotten the results that I wanted. And then even the other things that I'm currently working towards, like I can see staying consistent and building that habit, building that routine for myself is working. So I just have to apply those same lessons to this particular aspect of my life. And so far, so good. So, of course, I will keep you updated on how everything is going. But so far, so good. Same thing with the supplements. I've been taking them every day. And I do feel good. So, you know, I'm not going to change things up too much. I'm just going to make sure I am taking care of myself in every aspect as I encourage everybody else to do so. So that's where we are right now. But like I said, I will keep you up to date on how everything is going. And my goal right now is to gain 3 to 5 pounds. Like, that's it. That's not hard for a lot of people. I know a lot of people are maybe, you know, it's a little bit harder. They're trying, you know, on a journey to lose 3 to 5 pounds or more. And, you know, for people that are just naturally petite and naturally have a high metabolism, like gaining 3 to 5 pounds is not easy. So I'm just going to start with eating consistent meals on a regular basis, see how we go from there. But that is what's going on with me for right now. So I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way through. If you haven't already, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.